Thank you, Gavin. Just one quick announcement. Voting for party officers starts at 4 o'clock and goes to 7 o'clock this evening. Everybody gave a shit about that, didn't you? Anyway, it's a pleasure to introduce our Secretary of State, who is the most progressive Secretary of State in the nation. And if we could transport what he does to those other states, would never have Republicans stealing elections or keeping people from the polls. I give you Alex Padilla.
Hello, California Democrats. You know, I've prepared a tribute to John Burton in his own words, but my children are going to see this, and I'm trying to set a good example, so let me just start by saying, John, thank you for your service, thank you for your leadership, thank you for your mentorship and your friendship. California Democrats, I am Alex Padilla, and I am proud to serve as your Secretary of State. As our Senator Kamala Harris has laid it out, we're living in a very challenging time, and there's a lot of threats coming at us from Washington. But there's one issue that defines us and binds us, and that is the right to vote. I think about it every time my wife Angela and I take our kids with us to the polls to go vote. And I think about what it meant to my mom and to my dad when they raised their right hand and took the oath, becoming citizens of this great country so that they could vote. My parents are immigrants from Mexico. For 40 years, my father worked as a short order cook. My mom, for 40 years, cleaned houses. They worked hard because they dreamt of a better future. And it was their work, their struggle, their sacrifice, their early mornings and their late nights, and their faith that got me to MIT and inspired me to run for office. Thank you. First, at a young age, to the Los Angeles City Council, and now as the first Latino elected California Secretary of State. So I'm proud to tell you the American dream is alive in the great state of California, not just for our family, but for millions just like us. But today, that dream is also under attack. While threatening our immigrant and religious communities with outrageous and unconstitutional actions, President Trump has deliberately tried to undermine the validity of the 2016 election, alleging, quote, millions of illegals voting in California. So let me be clear. The only mass fraud against the people of the United States of America are the lies being perpetrated by the President of the United States of America. And get this, last week he launched a presidential commission on voter integrity. Let's not be deceived. This is just another attack by Republicans to further suppress the vote. And it's another smokescreen to distract from the investigation on Trump's ties to Russia. You know, massive voter fraud is nothing but a dark fiction created by a political party in a death spiral. And let's not be naive. Their national suppress the vote strategy is as calculated as it is cold-blooded. It reflects a view of politics based on pure power, not principle, a belief that they will win if cynicism prevails. They will win when mistrust of one another trumps our common belief in community and country. And make no mistake, these attacks aren't just aimed at California, these attacks aren't just aimed at the president's political opponents. These attacks take a jackhammer to the very foundation of our democracy. And we're certainly not getting help from Republicans defending that foundation. So how do we fight back? California Democrats, we fight back by making the defense of voting rights central to our mission as a party. Not just words in our platform, but through our actions. Voter participation is the oxygen of our democracy. Without it, we can't breathe. Without it, we won't survive. And California needs to breathe life into this debate. So let me tell you how we're doing just that. Here in California, we just set an all-time record by adding 2 million new voters since I've taken office. And we're closing in on 20 million voters in California. We're implementing same-day registration. And we're pre-registering 16 and 17-year-olds so that they're ready to vote as soon as they turn 18. We're implementing 2 bills that I've sponsored. One, to institute automatic voter registration, which will add millions more to the rolls. And 2, a bill that's going to revolutionize how we conduct elections and give every voter more options of when, where, and how to cast a ballot. And hear this. We're fighting to move the California primary to right after Iowa and New Hampshire. That's right. That's right. I want us to move the California primary into prime time. So tell your friends why. 1 in 8 Americans lives here in the state of California. We're the most populous state in the nation. We're the most diverse state in the nation. And we make up the largest economy of any state in the nation. So we should be much more than just a political fundraising ATM machine. And I don't know about you, but I want our president to be able to find the Oroville Dam on a map. Our president needs to understand the threat of offshore oil drilling and how much Californians treasure our environment, our coast, our valleys, and our glorious Sierra Nevada. I want our next president to hear how Californians want Medicare for all. I want our next president to visit the greatest public university system and to hear from the leading scientists in the world and to commit to making college affordable again. And I want our president to respect the largest Latino community in the United States of America, the largest Asian American community, the 5th largest African American community, the largest LGBTQ community, and the contributions made by immigrants, both the documented and the undocumented, that are still living in the shadows. Now I'm wrapping up here, John Burton. I want our next president to embrace the diversity that has served as a competitive advantage for the 6th largest economy in the world. So for those who have heard that so goes California, so goes the nation is an old adage that no longer applies, don't believe it. The old adage still applies, and guess what? This is just, I love that music. This is just simply, for those of us looking to be the resistance, it is simply, this is what it looks like to be out front, to resist, to persist, to organize, and to lead. Please join me in this fight. because California has always fought, has always led, we always have, we always will. Join us. Let's lead this fight. Thank you. God bless you.